Hello again. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to the Women for Change podcast. Start your business, change your life. This is podcast number 3 and I still can't believe it, but here we are. I really came today, I was going to do a podcast about what you should do to prepare yourself for taking an online course. Because I'm a B School alumni, 2016. I just completed this year's B School, which is Marie Forleo's course that opens once a year, every year. And I noticed a lot of people having course shame. That's the only thing I can think to call it, course shame. Like, people were coming back into the Facebook group saying, oh, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but, I haven't been in this group much because I'm embarrassed that I haven't, got past the first module or whatever of the course. Or just not even coming in the Facebook group at all. And then I got to thinking, everybody buys a course for a different reason at a different time. For me, it took me literally 4 years to decide that doing B School was right for me. And then I'm pretty skeptical when it comes to signing up for things, being sold to, which we're all sold to all day, every day. But I wanted to make sure it was the right decision for me, and I wasn't just like, oh, let's just join B School because, she does really great videos and, she's been on Oprah. I needed to make sure it was right for me, and it was right for me right now. I actually wrote a blog post about it on my blog, womenforchange.info. You can check it out. It's going to be my road to B School, I believe. I'll put the link below, but I just wanted to kind of give a few tips on what I think you should do to prepare yourself before buying an online course. Now, B School is a pretty high ticket priced course, and I don't want people to part with their money and bury their head in the sand. Now, you get lifetime access to a course like B School, so you don't necessarily have to do it live with the rest of the group. But I find since you have that support and the course was drip fed to you, meaning, week 1 was released, week 2 was released 7 days after, etc. I find to get the most out of the course, you should probably do it along that schedule because you have the support and the motivation of everybody else there in the actual Facebook groups. But what you shouldn't do is put any shame on yourself or embarrassment on yourself for not completing it at the same time. This and everything else we do in life in online business, I feel, is about self-motivation. You have to hold yourself accountable or find yourself an accountability partner. That could be somebody in the online world. So you could post in one of the Facebook groups, hey guys, I'm not doing the course along the schedule, but I'd love to have a Facebook accountability partner check in with each other once a month to see how we've gotten on, etc. That could really be helpful for both of you. And I think that's a good thing to do. But you really shouldn't put any shame or embarrassment on yourself because what you're going to do is hide. And that's not good because you're going to waste the opportunity. You're going to waste the money that you put into it. But you're also going to waste the opportunity in shame, which there's no shame because you put the money into it yourself. And it is for your betterment and your improvement. So if you couldn't do it now, but you think, I'm going to buy this course now, but I'm going to schedule this time in 3 months' time because I know that's when I'm going to be able to do it. Just set something. And then if you are good at self-motivation, make sure you set your reminders and everything to do it. If not, make sure you contact a friend, family, or somebody you don't know, but they're in your Facebook group to hold you accountable for it. I just always felt so bad for the people who would pop in and be like, I'm popping in because I feel so bad. Like, you don't have to feel bad. It's your money. You purchased this course. So I kind of went on a rant there, but I'm going to give you a few tips, go over what I just said. So, number one, before buying your online course, make sure that you are ready to take that course. And that means make sure you have the right time to invest. Okay, you might have the money, but like with me, maybe 1 year you have the money, the next year you don't have the time. So if you have the money, make sure you also have the time to invest. 2, make sure that you are going to put in action and actually do it, which means you have the time, you have the money. Are you actually going to do it? Nothing works unless we do at all. We really have to take the steps. You know, Marie, for example, I believe she does everything she can to help us in this course. There's video, there's audio, there's downloads, there's slides, there's cheat sheets, there's Facebook groups, there's live calls, there's, membership areas, there's emails that come in to remind you to do stuff. You have to put the action in yourself. I put the action in, and sometimes you sit and you think, well, yeah, I could have put this action in myself without this course. But no, really, certain things align that make you do things at a certain time for a certain reason. So you really have to put the action in yourself. Number 3, get yourself an accountability partner, whether it be friends, family, or somebody virtual in your online groups. This is going to really help you get your head out of the sand and make yourself accountable to achieve something. Number 4, and this goes back to podcast number 2, know your why. This could also be number 1, but it just happens to be number 4 because I'm actually freestyling because I came to do a totally different podcast. But number 5, know your why. Why are you taking this course? What do you want to get out of the course? What action are you going to take? And what does this course mean to you? Like, I can only give my example here, and B-School is the only online course I've ever bought. Even though I'm an online marketing entrepreneur, I am really good at learning things for free online through blog posts and YouTube. I do value free content. A lot of people don't, but I do. But my why for B-School is because it's something, like I said, that I've been wanting to do for 4 years. I happened to buy my B-School membership through Amy Porterfield, who was offering lots of great bonuses. Her support, a sub-community, which has been fantastic, which she chimes into pretty much every day. She's answered my questions directly, which has been such a great help. I'll probably share on my podcast the answer that she gave to the questions that I asked her. So, along with her support in the Facebook group, she offered behind the scenes of how it helped her business and a meetup behind the scenes of Facebook ads, how she uses Facebook ads to help her business, and also access to her course, which is also a premium course. So it's like we got 2 great courses for that one price. And that was my why. And it was a course about creating courses. I am in the process of doing it now. I knew I wanted to create courses, so it made sense for me. It's like the universe aligned. My wants and my whys were aligned with what I was being offered, and that is why I purchased it. I don't think if Amy wasn't offering those bonuses, I don't know if I still would have bought B-School. But what Marie was offering in B-School, along with what Amy was offering, was perfect for me, and that is why I bought the course. I knew I was buying the course because I wanted to up the ante on what I was doing for my personal business online for Women for Change. I have had this blog and desire for so many years, but putting company work ahead of this desire. I knew I have lots of knowledge, information, tips to share with women online, how to start and grow their business online that I want to share through, audio, video, courses, blogs, all different mediums. And I knew these were the two people who were doing it and who I could learn from the best. And I have taken way more action since I started B School and Amy's course than I have in the years previous. So it really is a really good investment to invest in yourself and in a course that's really going to align with your whys. So that is why I always go on about your whys. If you know your whys, certain things are just going to align for you and it's going to make sense. It really is, but you have to do the 5 things that I, mentioned before you invest in these online courses. And I am an advocate for investing, but I'm not an advocate for wasting your money or your time, because when it comes down the line, when you really are ready, you might be like, oh, I'm not going to invest because I've done that before and it didn't work. Not really knowing and being truthful with yourself that, no, it's not that it didn't work, it's that you didn't work, So that's all from me. I will summarize my 5 points to what you should be thinking about before you buy an online course in the notes below, because I know I was a little bit all over the place in this podcast with my little mini rant at the beginning, but it's because I am totally freestyling right now. And the podcast that I was meant to do this week, I will probably do next week. Thank you so much for listening, and I would love to hear your feedback about this. You can head over to my blog, womenforchange.info, to leave me your comments, or follow me on Twitter, Women for Change, Facebook, LUV Women for Change, or Instagram at Women for Change Info. I will put those URLs below too, and I would love to connect with you. This podcast is great for me. It's something, again, I think I've mentioned this before, but it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and doing the course has actually, kicked me in the butt and make sure I went after the goal and followed it through to completion. So here I am. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope you take some kind of step towards starting or growing your business online. Okay, until next time. Bye.